Hi, successful artists. My name is Katy Fryd, and welcome to my podcast series about how to make money online from your artwork and raising money for your art project using crowdfunding. In this podcast, I want to talk to you about how to decide your level of income for your online campaign. I am going to advise you to practice this crowdfunding with a small total such as £300, as you will learn so many lessons about how to encourage people to back your project. You will learn what works and what doesn't work so that you can translate to a larger scale later on. One of the big lessons that I learned was that over 90% of people backing me were people that I actually knew and had met at some point in my life. What does this mean? Is the amount you can raise connected to how many people you know or have met? Not so much. Just that you have to make a connection with these people, possibly well before you start asking them to help you with money. By asking complete strangers for money, you're going to really struggle. It may well be that you cannot get out and network and meet people, but all is not lost. That is why videos and YouTube can really help, and even podcasts like this. You definitely need to build up a relationship with people. So even if they haven't actually met you in the flesh, they almost feel like they have, and they know that you care about each and every one of them, as I care about all of you and want you to achieve successful crowdfunding campaigns. Sometimes I have felt a lot of bitchiness, competitiveness, and jealousy out there in the world, including the art world. And actually, when you realise that there's absolutely no benefit to keeping all this information to yourself, then you might as well learn to share it and be kind and helpful to others. Because we actually need there to be many successful artists so we can help each other out and actually create more opportunities for each other. Once you've completed a smaller crowdfund campaign, I would definitely suggest setting your sights a lot higher. After all, we need to aim high. If we're serious about being artists, realistically, we want to live off our income. No more being embarrassed to ask for what we deserve. So after a successful crowdfunding campaign, I decided to go for a whacking great £50,000. Yes, there are so many different revenue streams that an artist can get money from, but I realised from my initial crowdfund campaign that it took up a lot of time, and although it was great fun to be able to print some of my art onto cards, and it was a success, and it raised the £300, it was not large enough of an amount to be a model to improve my lifestyle, and that is what I'm aiming for. The maximum project time you're allowed on this site that I use is 90 days. But the book I have written for my current crowdfund took months of my time, and promoting it afterwards is also going to take a huge chunk of time. Realistically, I have to live. I have to take some income for my time, and realistically need to be able to support and raise my family on my sole income. So I don't see why I shouldn't be allowed to ask for this income. I think one of the reasons artists don't get an income they can live on is because they do not ask for that income from their art. So many people work a normal job and do art on the side, but that is because they are not asking for this to be their job, their main income. And that is because it is hard. It is really hard. But it is possible. There are artists today commanding large sums that they can live on. So why can't I? And why can't you? So yes, I set a crowdfund target of £50,000, which breaks down at approximately £25,000 to live on, about £10,000 tax and national insurance, and £15,000 for the project itself. If I'm going to be really serious about this being a career, then I have to think like that, and we should all ask for that as full-time artists. At the very least, we should aim for that. So my suggestion for this podcast is for you to think of an art project that you would love to do that you could achieve with a budget of £300. Either a type of pre-selling, for example, I pre-sold cards with images of my art on, or a project like an exhibition that you could only afford to do if you raise that cash up front. So I want you to go away and think up a project that you would really like to do, and lack of money is currently preventing you from doing it. What is that project that you've been telling everyone you would do if only you had the money? That's all from me for now. Make sure you listen to my next podcast about budgeting for your project. And if you think this podcast could be helpful to someone you know, please do share it with them. Thank you. Goodbye.